Hey guys, this is gonna be a video where I try and attempt to teach you about new 2.0 features such as Move, Alpha, and Pulse. So let's get right to it. I'm gonna pause the video here and build a few keys in so I'll have something to go off of when I'm playing the level. Alright, so I've laid down a few keys and put down a few blocks just to test. Oh, but I forgot to add them to the group. Yeah, actually that's good, because now I can show you how to add things to a group. So first you're going to want to select what you want to be added to the group. Then you're going to hit the wonderful edit group button. We can talk about Z layers too. And then you're probably just going to want to hit next free. In this case it's 1, because I haven't built anything in this level yet, but sometimes, it, it really helps you keep your group straight, I guess. It's this button right here. Then just hit add. And then now it's added into group 1. So what does that do? Doesn't do much of anything. But when I go into editor layer 1 here, you're and I place down, say, a move command, it's gonna move group 1, and let's just say move it up 20, which is gonna translate to 2 full spaces. When you're using move commands, you're gonna 10 equals like one of these cubes. So let's try that now. I won't collect the key on purpose and see it has moved up from where it was once in the editor. Alright. Now, let's say, so now this time, like, I can either grab the key or not grab the key, and yeah, it'll still do the same thing. So what if I only wanted to, move it when you grab the key? So I'm going to hit, not edit group, edit object, I'm going to hit touch triggered. And basically, when you have a touch triggered objective, I'm going to not touch it, and here it is down here, and I am going to touch it, and look, it moved. So that's touch triggered. Now the other objectives work similarly to this. I guess I'll just go through them now. Next one up is alpha, I believe I have here. Yeah, alpha. Same sort of thing with touch triggered. I'll get into spawn triggered a little bit later, but alpha sets group opacity. So say I wanted to have 1 and fade time, I'll change up the fade time to be relatively long, and the opacity, I'll change it down to like 0.24. Now watch, as I play the level, I'm gonna cross the line. It's not touch triggered objective. See how it fades away like that? You can make things invisible, you can make them visible once they were invisible, but same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and make this touch triggered so it doesn't trigger every time, provided I don't collect the key. The key's just a placeholder though, it doesn't actually do anything. These triggers are the real things that work the magic. Pulse. Pulse is kind of fun. It like changes the color of a group or even a channel ID. Not a channel ID. You don't know what I mean. Like it could just be done with like this, like putting colors. But Pulse is a new feature that RobTop gave us in 2.0, and it helps keep the objects going down. So fade in time, 5 seconds. That's too long. I was really always you usually never want to put like 1 second. Hold down for 2 seconds, yeah. And I'll make this touch triggered again. Pulse mode color, I don't know what this HSV stuff is. I just like color, so we're gonna leave that. Now I'm gonna go touch the key for pulse. You see, all pulses to pink, and then fades out. See, it's white and red, but then it fades into the other one. Here we have toggle, I believe. Yeah, toggle. When you place a toggle, at first it's going to be red. I'm going to place another one here, and I'm going to hit activate group. So it's going to reactivate the group, and I'll actually put it right here and troll myself a little bit. I'll place some decoration there so I know where to jump. Alright, so toggle. I'll set these both to group 1. Or edit object. It brings up the color menu because I accidentally selected the chain link piece. Group ID 1. So toggle, you'll see. I'll hit all these objectives. Toggle, see, it makes the thing disappear and then reappear when I put the other thing in. The activate group 1. Activate group makes the thing reappear. If you put an activate group without one that, turns it off, it's not going to do anything. I guess I'll also make this touch triggered for right here. Mwahaha, I'm going to kill myself on that. Alright, so I'm going to do a few runs collecting each of the various triggers, and let's get move and alpha. See? Let's get like alpha and pulse. So there's our pink and faded stuff, and see, it faded back in to the white. Pulse and toggle. See? There it was, and it faded out as I died. Alright. So that's all for those 4 basic objectives. Now, I'm going to go back into the editor, and I'm going to just delete everything I have here to tell you about spawn. Spawn's kind of an interesting thing. By default, when you place it, it's touch triggered. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And it's going to spawn group ID 1. Now, the purpose of spawn is to, I'm going to make a few more move commands here in the background. Purpose of spawn is sort of to like trigger multiple differing objectives at once. So you're going to hit pulse, channel ID, group ID 3. Let's pulse that color. And like, you'll see what I mean. If you're gonna have a spawn objective, then you're gonna need to check the spawn trigger box. And normally a touch triggered objective, here I'll turn on touch triggered and zoom in. It has like this blue sort of thing going around it. Yeah, spawn triggered objectives have no sort of blue around them, or no blue line like this. So that's their thing there. And alpha. Let's make an alpha spawn triggered objective. Remember, alpha is opacity, so let's make this for group 4. And a toggle objective. I'm just placing these objectives anywhere. They can be anywhere in the level if you're just spawning them. Alright, and you can type in groups. That's a really helpful feature I found. Excuse me. So now I'm going to build some things here, so I'll pause the video. So now I've built a little something, and we'll see how the spawn affects this thing which I built. So as I walk over it, all the objectives should be triggered. Oh yeah, that's right, because I didn't add them all to group 1. When you have spawn triggered objectives, it's important to add them to their group that the spawn is going for, or else you'll just fail in a really stupid way like I just did. Alright, see, the opacity went off, the pulse went off, the toggle went off, and the move went off, and I still died because this is actually an impossible level. But yeah, so I guess that's all the new 2.0 things. I'm gonna make this possible. I could have a toggle right here. Toggle. And make that. Why is it spawn triggered? Or what's it doing? Huh. Have it toggle group 3 off. And here I'll put this over here, spawn triggered, and group ID 3, and make it activate the group for this. And I'll put this in group 1, play the level, and now, boom, and I still died. Thanks for watching, that's everything.